You have no idea what's really going on with those two. Maybe you should stop making jokes about it to Beck. Obviously, your other friend is taking it very seriously. Sometimes you get really tired of managing your friend's shit. You and BF have to act like parents to your other two friends. It gets exhausting. You wonder if your dad ever feels like this about you. Then you think better of it. You never act so irrationally, you tell yourself. Not ever. Nope. You make mistakes, sure, but you always make up for them. With these two, it's constant catfights, and nothing is ever resolved. How annoying. You'll worry about all that later, though. For now, you really need to install the server file and connect to Beck's computer. Jaspers, install Omega Server. What the hell is this language? It's definitely not Japanese, which it should be according to Beck. Oh well, you'll see him in a few minutes and you can ask him then. Wait a minute. You're about to see your best friend for the first time. You've got some idea of what Beck will look like, but you're still really excited to see him for real. He's always been so secretive about his looks. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that his grandfather was supposedly a spy? Beck certainly doesn't seem like he's cool enough to be a spy most of the time, but it could all just be a clever act. Maybe he's just secretive because living on an island has made him tough and rugged, and he doesn't want to scare you off by acting so wild and free? Wow, your best friend is literally the coolest person ever. He's probably like Rambo, and he's your friend. Gosh, you sure are lucky. Omega, install and connect. Oh, it's connecting automatically. You have no idea how this computer stuff works. You're just glad it's working at all. Jaspers, look at your friend. This is... Wait, are those zoo books? Oh, Beck, of course they are. It was so silly of you to think he'd be some rugged, secretive person. You've known Beck for almost 2 years, and he's easily the most genuine person you know. He loves animals. You knew that about him. And here he's expressed that love in the way he knows best, with a bunch of hideous posters. What a great guy. Jaspers, snoop around a little. Beck's asleep. He won't notice you taking a quick peek at his room. Oh wow, there's his tank of a computer he's always going on about. It's even older than you thought it would be, and you can tell just by looking at it from here. How the hell does that thing even connect to the internet? It's probably about as old as you are. What are those? They look familiar somehow, but you know for a fact you've never seen them before. Ouch. Looks like that one little guy met with a bad end. Beck's puppy probably did him in. Of course, more animal posters. He really seems to like wolves and dogs in particular. You could say a few choice words about these posters, but you won't. It probably took him years to collect all of these. So when he wakes up, you'll tell him how great you think they are. Because you care about him, and just because you think his posters are kind of childish, that doesn't make him any less cool. What are these? Did he draw these? You had no idea he liked to draw. He's never talked about that with you. You talk to him all the time about your poetry, but you realize all too suddenly that you've never really asked him about what he likes to do, outside of hanging out online. You always just assumed he did island stuff, whatever that means. His drawings are pretty decent though, and he's clearly imaginative. You snicker a little at the shark plane. Who knows what he was thinking there? And that little drawing of himself? Wow. He's such a child in a lot of ways still, but everything about him just seems so perfect right now. You make a note of his interests in a notepad file. Aviation, wolves and dogs, stuffed animals, exotic wildlife, and at the end you note for your own reference, new computer. Your dad has been talking about converting the guest bedroom into a proper study for you to use, but maybe once you get up the courage to tell him about your friends, he'll agree to use that money to help Beck keep in touch with you? His birthday is in 4 months. That's plenty of time to talk to Dad about this. You grin just thinking about it.